Hey man, what's in the box? Hey skateboard collectors, it's Nat from Skateboard Collecting here. And in this episode of What's in the Box, we've got the Grail edition. And I know in the collecting space, a lot of people throw around the word Grail like, oh, my secondary Grail. And well, I've already got my Grail and I want the Grail. No, this is the one for me. There's only one. There's lots of boards on my must-have list, but this one, oh my God. I'll tell you some quick stories about it, but first, I am just dying to open this box up. It came all the way from Australia. It took like 2 to 2.5 months to actually work out the deal. The seller, James, was awesome, but I think he just had a lot of other stuff going on in his life. And so there was a lot of hurry up and wait, which was a little, it was killing me a little bit. But anyway, at the end of the day, I worked out a deal that was fair to him. And hey, I'm just stoked to have this thing. I think it took about a month or so to get here from Australia, which is a little bit longer than what I'd hoped for, but it is what it is. But anyway, big old box. Let's get into it. He was very meticulous about packing it, which is awesome. He wanted to make sure that it got to me in one piece because he knew how important it was. So definitely thank you very much, James, for wrapping the heck out of it. The good thing is I'll have a lot of wrapping for whatever boards are being sent out next. So down to the next layer of bubble wrap. Also, there's a slight chance that I might cry in this one. You never know. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. So, black dip, Nautiskopis, art by Jim Phillips, of course, of Santa Cruz fame. Check out this top side too. Normally, like custom spray painted, a lot of custom art on grip I don't like, but because Nautis rolled thunders, I think this is super awesome. I love it. But the reason why I love this board, it wasn't my first board ever, but it was my first brand new board that I ever got. I grew up in Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada, and often my family would travel to Calgary, Alberta. My dad had a couple of best friends that he was best friends with, from his youth, and our families were really close. And so this one summer we went to Calgary, and on my summer holidays, I went to a shop called Skaters in Calgary, which I can't remember. I think it's still open. If not, they just closed down in the last while, but they've been open for a number of years. And anyway, this was the first brand new board and the one that I actually got to pick out myself. The first couple of boards I had, which many of you know, is the Skull Skates Mutant and then Skull Skates Dave Hackett, both of which I got from my brother and one of his friends. So I can remember staring at the wall, just looking at all the boards. And of course, we all have those memories, right? And that's, I think, why skateboard collecting is so, just important to all of us, is those fond memories. And I fucking loved this board. I loved it. It was by far my favorite board. The artwork by Jim Phillips is just incredible. And I just love this board. I've seen a few Black Panthers out there, like in the black dip, but they're typically, I don't know if I want to say rare, but I've seen way more of other colors. And the ones that I've seen aren't, or haven't been, they've either been touched up or whatever. I actually do have another Black Panther, but the funny thing is I haven't actually held it in my hands yet. I bought it like 17 months ago, and it's still at my shipping place in the United States, which as of the next week or so, I'll be able to drive down to pick it up. But that one, while it's in good shape as well, It had, I think, it's not pink in the graphics, which is the one that I had. It's more, I don't know, it's just not as vibrant. It wasn't drilled for rails, which this one's not drilled either, just wood screws, which is great. And then wood screws for the tail as well. But there was a lot, I shouldn't say a lot. There were some black marks that the guy had taken a black marker to and had touched up some of the black. And so this one, I mean, there's like very little wear on the trucks. You know, like there's almost no wear on this thing other than the screw holes. And James, the guy I bought it from, he's Australian, but he was living in Santa Monica at that time. And he actually bought this from Rip City, which is like the original store in Santa Monica. And so that, I mean, is super cool. It came from the motherland as far as Santa Monica Airlines goes. And what was cool is he said he didn't really know much about skateboarding, you know, as far as like what to get, I should say. And he didn't obviously skate on it very much. And I'll show you the parts that come with it that are in the box. But there was another like fairly experienced skater that he went to school with that was there at the shop and helped him to pick it out. And I'll show you the parts. And as far as, you know, the guy knew what he was doing because he picked out the right parts and stuff that Nadas would be skating. But man, I'm just like the most stoked kid in the world. You know, I feel like I'm like 13, you know, all over again. And I just love this. Before I get to the trucks and wheels though, so I am going to try to remove the stickers. I'm going to obviously start with the Vision ones first. I mean, having an, you know, independent sticker, you know, with Thunder on the top. I mean, again, not as for Thunders back then. So I'm going to try to take those off, but I'm going to go so slow with them. I'd rather leave them on if there's any sign of, you know, residue or removing of the you know, paint, especially on the graphics. This Jimmy Z one, I'm hesitant about that, but so anyway, that's the board. Oh, I think, yeah, this is actually stickers of Santa Monica Airlines. The 3 stickers are on the top there, obviously. So yeah, just, you know, some wear around the edges, which is fine, but I mean, oh my God. This is going in a place of honor. But yeah, so stoked on this. Okay, so there's 2 of these, so I'm gonna open those up. And so truck number 1 here. So these are obviously Thunders. They're the stage 2 Dominators. Sorry, hard to tell with the wheel on there or to show it to you. But so this one is the Gecko. Hopefully you can see that. And then it's got the OJ2 Street. Oh, there's some other one called Street Combos, I think, but these are just the Street. And so, yeah, like the graphics are still fully on those. Obviously some, you know, black, you know, grime marks, but I'll take a magic eraser to those. And, you know, the top of the truck, like barely any grinds on that one. Nothing really on the front as far as like curb damage. All right, so here's the other truck, and again, there's, I mean, very little grind marks on it. Cobwebs on the end, but yeah, the wheels are, I mean, almost brand new themselves. And so this one has the skull and crossbones on there. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, Thunders, I think, were like the coolest trucks back then. I've got quite a few sets of them, or I've got a few sets. But yeah, so like those are in great condition. The OJ2s are in awesome condition. And then still one more here. And so here I've got the risers and the tail skid plate. And nothing too crazy to look at there, but I mean, there's hardly any wear marks on the tail. There's a few, but and then the big ugly rails. I mean, those things are almost brand new. There's like the most babyest little wear marks right there. So those things are like almost mint as well. Yeah, typically I really only collect decks as far as displaying them. I do have, and I'll show you one real quickly. This is really the only complete that I've got. Oop, turn the light off. Is that one Nautis 2. But yeah, I mean, this one I might set up complete. I don't know, or might display it complete, I should say. But regardless, like, wow, I am just so thrilled at this. N2153, so I guess that's probably the batch number, whatever, 153 off the line or something like that, for that batch. But yeah, you guys, I am just the most stoked person. Obviously, there's other boards that I want to collect and stuff, but this is the one. I think it's just amazing. And yeah, wish me luck with getting those stickers off. If I see that there's any, sketchiness with them, I'll just leave them. But so thanks for watching Grail edition of What's in the Box, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this bad boy. We'll see you in another video real soon. Peace.